Hey guys, welcome back to another Mythic Legions review. We got the Goblin Archer Thwikk up for review today. On the side of the package, we have a short bit of lore on the figure himself. On the back, we have the new 2.0 artwork along with a few short paragraphs on the lore of Mythic Legions. Let's get them out. Mythic Legions come in collector-friendly packaging. The figures are easy to remove without tearing up the package. Thwikk is one of many goblins who come from the mountains of Gob Hollow. While goblins usually live deep within the caverns and caves of their home, a few select parties of goblins venture out to scout for incoming threats or scavenge supplies. Thwikk is an expert with his crossbow, and he leads his band of bowmen who protect the entrances to Gob Hollow. Let's get a more detailed look. Thwikk's large evil smile is the first thing you notice on his green face. His grin is filled with small sharp teeth, and his bright yellow eyes really draw attention to the face. His old battered and dented helmet is filled with scratches and small paint chips. On the side we can see a large socket on the helm. We will be filling these with horns later on. We can also see more scratches and a rough texture on the paint here. The layers of plated armor have a lot of cuts and large scratches. We have two shades of color on the armor, a jet black for the plates on top and a silver underneath. The back of the armor is a bright silver. The large peg holes on the back will be covered up by shoulder armor and the shield later on. The shoulders are silver with the bronze chainmail underneath. The gauntlets are painted black with layers of edged plates. The gloves are decorated with silver rivets and we can see the edges starting to wear out. We have a heavy black belt with the blue pelt of fur attached. Large scratches and faded out black paint weathers this piece of armor. The belt continues onto the back, with more small details making the belt look well worn. Underneath the belt we get a look at the heavily armored thighs. We have more of that bright matching silver painted on. The knee and leg armor switch back to the black paint, with silver rivets and belt buckles. We can see a tiny bit of bronze chainmail sculpted into the back of the legs. We finish off the figure with heavily worn out plated boots. Let's take a look at the articulation. We have a ball jointed head, shoulders that open and rotate all around, elbows that bend and rotate, articulation blocked slightly by the armor here, a rotating forearm, wrists that rotate and bend back and forth. We have a ball jointed chest, a waist that rotates, legs that bend forward and back and open, rotating thighs, knees that bend back and rotate slightly, ankles that rotate, feet that bend up and down with rotating feet. Let's check out all the accessories. We get a pair of well sculpted horns that twist. The horns peg into the sockets on the helmet very easily. We get a pair of shoulder armor in matching jet black paint with silver rivets. Installing the shoulder is as easy as matching the peg with the socket. The armor has a small bit of rotation for better shoulder articulation. We get a silver scimitar with a red and gold hilt. We get a black crossbow with a brown string. The string is stretchy and can be pulled back. We can also attach an arrow to the middle of the crossbow. We get a quiver in a dark leather paint with silver highlights, holding blue feathered arrows. We get a single blue feathered silver arrow. It is very thin and delicate. We get a large turtle shell shield. It's reinforced with metal spikes. On the back we can see a detailed structure of the shield, along with pegs for attaching a shield grip or onto the character. The turtle shell can be pegged into the wing adapter socket of the figure. It stays on very snug, and it adds a bit of weight to the small figure. We get a pair of wing adapters if you wanted to attach wings onto the figure, and we get a small brown belt to fit the smaller 2.0 style bodies. Thwikk is another goblin in the large selection Mythic Legions has to offer. While the color scheme of the armor isn't that interesting and leaves me wanting more, Four Horsemen's face sculpting makes each goblin unique enough to stand on its own. The black and silver paint really give this figure a Legion builder type look, and I wish they would have incorporated more of that blue onto this figure. As for the accessories, if you missed out on the Dark Forces weapon pack, this would be the only way to get the turtle shield. The shield has amazing details in the sculpt, and that skeletal structure on the back of it is a really nice bonus. The crossbow is another nice weapon that's supported by the quiver and the arrow. Overall, we get a lot of nice accessories to equip, and it's nice to be able to change Thwikk into a melee or a ranged character. Personally, one of the biggest reasons I picked up Thwikk was for his turtle shield, but he ended up growing on me more than I expected. The dark black and bright silver really give this figure a cool assassin look, but the small bit of blue on the fur seems out of place. More blue highlights would have given this figure a more unique look. He's a great figure to bolster up the army of goblins, and I definitely would recommend him to any goblin collectors out there, especially if you plan on completing the Mythic Legion's goblin collection. Alright guys, that's it for this review. More reviews are coming up soon, so check out my other videos while you wait.